Hello FCS 2250 computer application students to lesson 5. Time flies when you're having fun. We're moving right along. We're going to put that Microsoft Word on the back burner of our stove for a little bit. We're just going to let it simmer back there. We're going to come back to it for our midterm exam, but right now we're just going to let it simmer back there. We're going to jump into PowerPoint. So you can see that we have a couple assignments due. Again, make sure you're very vigilant about when the due dates are. And let's go ahead and jump right into lesson 5. We're going to create and edit a presentation with pictures, but before we do have our PowerPoint 2016 modular number 1 terminology. Here you have your page numbers and you have your terminology table to save into a destination of your liking and fill those in with the terms and definitions and submit within the designated Dropbox, please and thank you. Now we're down to assignment 2, our PowerPoint 2016 modular 1. This is called Autumn Family Programs. All right, and you can again see the pages where we are going to access. We are jumping in and we're going to use those data files again, and we're going to jump right in and move right along in here. I don't think I need to read the rest of this information to you guys. I think you have the point by now. This is a 40-point project. So let's go ahead and get these data files. Let's see how long they are. It's 82.9 megabytes. Going to take a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this video. Okay, we're back. Now that took a little bit. Once again, that was an 82 megabyte file, so depending on your connection speed, it may take a little bit. But if you recall, we need to click on that download and we need to extract those. So we need to choose Extract All. I'm going to browse where I want to put that. Again, I'm putting mine on my desktop. Wherever you want to put those is fine. I have that blue. I'm going to make a new folder, Lesson 5. All right, not 56, but 5. I'm going to press the Enter key now with that blue. I just pressed the Enter key there. With that blue, make a new folder, and I'm going to choose data files for this. So that way I know what those files are. All right, and choose Extract. Now again, if you're using a Mac or any other type of operating system, you're going to have to learn how to extract your own files because, again, I do not use Mac, so I'm not sure. So let's make sure these are where we're at. All right, beautiful. We've got our pictures, all sweet, dinosaur, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and close that, and I'm going to go ahead and jump over and take a look at our PowerPoint of what we're going to be looking at when we grade this. And so let me go ahead and start our show. Now you can start your slideshow from here in the bottom right hand corner. You can also go to your slideshow tab and choose from beginning, or if you're on a certain slide, from a current slide. But I'm going to choose from beginning, and it takes a second to load, and there we go. We have a nice transition between each slide. And morning birds walks and all of these things. We're looking for some pictures and everything. Now, just to let you know, I don't like the way they didn't teach us to put a picture style in for our pictures and all those. See our square pictures right there? Man, we've got a great effect that we can put on there, and I'm going to show you that here in a second. As well as, a lot of times you may want certain data to come in at certain times. If you want to add that to your presentation, anything you add is fine. I at least want the data here. As I mentioned, you got to follow your directions to a T. But if you want to add something to your presentation by adding where the title may come in at a certain time, then your image, and then some data, you can. That's just fine. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click off that. And one thing I'd want to show you is I would recommend, they don't show you this in the text, I would recommend clicking on this picture. And actually I need to double click on it. I'm sorry. When I double click on it, my picture tools appear. And I have my format, and we have all of these different styles. And you can just put your mouse over it and see it in a live preview. But I tell you what, just kind of having something with a little rounded edge, to me, kind of sets that off a little bit more than just having that square image. All right, so anyway, that's what I'll be looking for when we're all said and done with all those beautiful transitions and everything. So, well, I should have kept this open and started with a file new. I've got a few minutes here to get things going. I'm going to start with a blank presentation. I am on page PPT. Out of WD, but PPT number 1 kind of tells you a little bit about an introduction to a PowerPoint. Please go ahead and read those. I greatly think that is very useful when you're first starting out using a program. Now, direction number 1 actually on PPT 4, where it says run PowerPoint and point to the Berlin theme. on the recent screen. All right, on the recent screen. So the Berlin theme. And I might have jumped the gun a little bit. I'm going to go back to File, New. And we have all of these different themes. And I sure did jump the gun. And I'm looking for the Berlin theme. And so hopefully it's in alphabetical order. Well, doesn't really seem to be because we've got all sorts of stuff thrown all over. But here's my Berlin theme. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I'm now over on direction number 3. Click the lower left green because now we can choose. We like the theme, but we can choose the different variant colors for this. So we can click on it to kind of preview that in green. You can preview it in blue. You can preview it in a beautiful purple. But they want us to go ahead and click the green variant and choose Create. We are dealing with some bugs here, so green kind of goes together there. So we've got that. I'm now over on PPT 6, and my direction number 1 says click the label. Click to add title. So we're going to click the label, click to add title, in the placeholder to select the placeholder. Type Autumn Family Programs. All right, and as I've mentioned, I'm going to stop right there because I told you guys to save and save often. I'm going to do a file save as right now, and I'm going to go ahead and get it on my desktop. That's where I save mine. Again, navigate to your location, lesson 5, and we're going to save it as Autumn Family Programs. Perfect, and choose save. Wonderful. We're now on page PPT 7, and it says click the label, click to add subtitle. All right, we can do that. There's our subtitle. So that way that placeholder is activated, and we're going to type Tall Oak Nature Center. Oaks Nature Center, plural, excuse me. All right. And now, direction number 1 says let's experiment a little bit. Repeatedly click the zoom in and zoom out buttons. Lower right hand corner. Zoom in, zoom out. All right, so you can kind of see, you can even go further out if you wish to, but I don't know, 100% seems fine with me. So they just wanted you to kind of play around with that. Click the zoom in and zoom out button many times as necessary until the zoom button on the status bar displays 70% on its face. Well, I'm at 100, it wants 70%. All right, let's go ahead and jump over to PPT 9. Triple click the paragraph Tall Oaks Nature Center in the subtitle text placeholders to select the paragraph. So my mouse is here, triple click, 1, 2, 3. All right, so let me do that one more time. Once selects it, I have my insertion key in there. Twice does one word. 3 times, 1, 2, 3, selects it all. Cool. So now we're going to jump over to PPT 10, direction number 1. With the subtitle text still selected, which is still selected, click the italic button on the mini toolbar. Mini toolbar pops up. Italicize. Cool. All right. Direction number 1 on to increase font size. With the text Tall Oaks Nature Center still selected, click the increase font size button on the mini toolbar 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. To increase the font size selected from 20 to 36. And again, that's this command right here. A lot of people still go to here and then they select the different ones. These are kind of nice, so you can increase and decrease until you get to the position you want or the size you want. Now I'm over on PPT 11, and it says position the pointer somewhere in the word to be selected. In this case, the word autumn. So we're going to click in the word autumn. All right. Double click the word to select it. Again, double click just selects there. If I triple clicked it, you know what would happen. We're going to change the text color. So with the word autumn selected, click the font color arrow on the mini toolbar. The font color arrow, which includes the theme colors and standard colors. We're going to experiment a little bit. We're going to point to various colors in the gallery to watch the words font color change. Again, this is live preview. We can play around with the way that changes and all the different colors. We can even bring some colors in down there. Direction 2 on page PPT 12 says, Click the orange in the standard colors row on the mini toolbar. That's your third color from the left. 1, 2, 3, third color from the left. Oh, and your standard, excuse me, standard down below here. Here's my standard, 1, 2, 3. We're going to click on that to change the font color to orange as we see in figure 115. Direction number 3 says click outside the selected area to deselect the word. Looking good. Save the presentation on your hard drive. All right, let's go ahead and save it. Now they tell you to use Tall Oaks as the file name. Honestly, I'm not going to be too picky about that. I saved it as Autumn Family Programs. If you want to save it as Tall Oaks, change it because the direction tells you to. You're more than welcome to do so. I am now on page PPT 13. Click the New Slide button. All right, we're in our Home tab, Slides group, New Slides. So it wants the button. So we're going to click on New Slides button to insert a new slide with the title and content layout. So they also say look at figure 116 for the content, the title and content layout. Whoop. Shutdown in progress. Oh, that's not good. I am working here at work. I do not want to shut this down. Hopefully that will not shut down. Let's try that again. New slide, title and content, and it jumps in a new slide right there. Wonderful. And we now are going to flip the page over to PPT 14. Direction number 1 says if necessary, click the up scroll arrow several times until the entire title placeholder is visible. So click the up scroll arrow. That would be our up scroll arrow several times. So we can choose our up scroll arrow several times until the entire title text placeholder is visible. And I don't know if we want to go to that. I'm not quite sure what they wanted us to do on that direction. I apologize, but I do believe they want us to be here. Click the label, click to add title right there. And we're going to go ahead and type in Morning Bird Walks. All right, moving right along. We're over on page PPT 15 now. Click the label, click to add text. All right, to select the content placeholder. Direction number 1 on the to type a multi-level bulleted list. Type enjoy a hike on natural surface trails. Nope. Sorry about that. I don't have the best typing skills in the world. I apologize for that. And did I need a period? Nope, doesn't look like I need a period. Now it says to click the increase. Well, let me go back and read that direction one more time, you guys. I think I missed something. So type a hike on the natural and then press your enter key. I missed that. Pressing my enter key. Sorry about that. Missed that direction. PPT 16 now says click the increase level button. Home tab, paragraph group. Home tab, paragraph group. And it wants me to choose the increase indent. So again, I'm going to put my mouse over a command. Make sure that we have, so increase the list level. I believe that's what it's asking us to do. Looks like it is. And that brings us in to our subheading, if you will. And so it's below the first level, and we're going to type approximately 1.5 miles. And they didn't want the M capitalized. Click the decrease, and then press enter. Excuse me. Now click the decrease list level, and that brings us back. Now, you guys, I'm to my limit. Once again, I'm using a free screencasting software. I get 15 minutes. And so that's all I have to say about this. You guys are going to continue on PPT 17, clicking through each direction. I think you guys will be just fine. Make sure that you review maybe the beginning of my video to make sure that you have things looking good. And again, If you want to add a little content by changing those pictures, by making things come in at different times, you're more than welcome. Do you have to? No, but you're more than welcome to. Have a great one, everybody.